Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, yet again we're going to be talking about my favourite medium format film stock, Kodak Gold 200. Now I have already done a couple of videos shooting with Kodak Gold. I did one where I went out with Sam and shot at Sheffield Botanical Gardens, tried it out for the first time. And I also did a video where I tried pushing Kodak Gold 2 stops to ISO 800. But in today's video I wanted to try shooting Kodak Gold in the studio with strobe lights at its box speed of 200. So that's what I did. Liv, a fantastic model with industry models, came over from Liverpool and we shot 2 rolls of Kodak Gold. We shot one here in the studio and we shot another roll at Hype Dance Studios because Liv had got a great idea to do a ballet kind of dance inspired photo shoot. So that's exactly what we did. Liv did all the styling herself and she absolutely smashed it, and spoiler alert, when it comes to the shots, I'm absolutely over the moon with them. The shots from here are sort of real classic portraits and really matched with the styling. And the shots in the dance studio have really got that kind of 90s dance, like fame aesthetic to them. So let's jump straight into some behind the scenes. So as you'll have just seen then, I'm sure you can agree that Liv absolutely smashed it with the styling. The 2 different dance looks, the dark one and the light one, and then the 2 looks that we did here in the studio, I absolutely love the styling on these, and I'm so happy with how the shots came out. To say that I was shooting it at 200 box speed with just a single strobe light, I really think that Kodak Gold stood up really well. And as I mentioned in my previous video, at the price point that it's at and with the results that you can get from it, for me, there's no other real film stock to turn to unless I really need something that has a particular look to it, or that is a little bit better when it comes to low light, something like Portrait 800 or Lomography CN 800, something like that. But for me, Kodak Gold just ticks so many boxes. I love the way that it comes straight out of the scanner. And just a quick note, with all of these images, they were developed at Harrison Cameras, just around the corner here in Sheffield. But I actually scanned them myself here in the studio using Sam's negative supply kit with Sam's Fuji GFX. So we did the scans ourselves. Sam helped me. Thank you so much to Sam for helping me. It was the first time I'd ever scanned my own film. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the base scans came out. And then especially with the ones that were done here in the studio, I did do quite a little bit of post-processing to them. The reason why I did this is because I also shot some digitals, which I'll put on the screen now. And what I wanted from the film shots was for them to kind of tie in a little bit with the digital while still being able to tell that obviously some are on digital and some were shot on film. So I wanted there to be a bit of consistency. And that's again what I really like about Kodak Gold, the fact that you can play with those files a little bit, especially when you've scanned them yourself, because using Sam's GFX, the scans that we got were like 300 megabyte TIFF files, which meant that there was quite a bit that I could do with them to say that they were shot on film. In terms of the shots in the dance studio, I've done less with them in terms of stylizing the images and or kind of going a little bit too far with the post-processing. It was mainly a case of cleaning these up because it was kind of partially my fault and partially the lab's fault. Partially my fault in terms of I probably underexposed by about half a stop to a stop. But also the dynamic range with Kodak Gold isn't as great. So the fact that I was using a bright strobe light and there's quite a lot of shadow in the images as well, it didn't quite deal with that very well. But also on the actual developing side, there were quite a lot of scratches. There was a lot of processing chemicals that were left on the actual negatives. So it did take quite a bit of work, just kind of cleaning the images up a bit. But that aside, I'm really impressed with how Kodak Gold is doing. I've shot it, I've shot portraits with it at box speed now. I've shot portraits where I've pushed it 2 stops. I've shot it, obviously, landscape photos as well in the video that I did on the channel where I went out with Sam. And also the grain as well. I wasn't expecting such fine grain from what is essentially a budget film stock. And to be honest, until you really zoom in on those files, you actually don't notice the grain that much. Now, whether that's an aesthetic choice that you want or don't want, I like having the ability to bring that grain out if I want to, or if I don't want to leave it and it's not particularly noticeable. You still get that nice softness that you would expect, but it's not distracting. So yeah, just a short video today. I just thought I'd share the results of this shoot with you. A huge thank you to Liv. As mentioned, she absolutely smashed it. Fantastic model. All her details would be down below. Sam, as always, thank you so much for your help. Like I say, the first time I've ever scanned my own images, and it won't be the last. Also, the fact that it saves so much money scanning images yourself, yeah, that's definitely a plus point as well. Obviously, Sam's details will be down below as well, as always. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave you with all 10 images from each roll and some digitals from both here in the studio and in the dance studio as well. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.